Welcome back, everyone, to ZeldaSpeedRuns, and today we'll be having yet another Z2R Standard Tournament race. This is the Game 2 of the semifinals between Ellendar and Valence. On commentary is going to be Tabby Orange, and our tracker is the lovely Alan Heffley. The Alan Heffley. Yes, okay, I got that right. Right? Yes, okay, I got that right. Okay, cool. Alright, so I will let Tabby take over and have fun, you guys.
I think we're on. Sorry. Welcome to Game 2 of the NIT Semifinals between Valence and Ellendar. I'm Tabby, and becoming right here. The cave to begin with. And what do we got in Trophy Cave? We got the candle. Alright. Got the candle in the Trophy Cave. Got a hint. East to find thunder. Alright. That's a helpful hint. Looks like we got a vanilla-like biome. Means there's is that vanilla-like? I think so. And here's the front of Fairy Cave on Valence's side. Exploration for Valence here. Oh yeah, that Moa will get you. Trophy Cave. Oh no, we'll get the candle this time. And we've got Rudo. What do we got? We got the mirror in Rudo. Valence gonna check the hints in Rudo. Oh, we got a palace too. I don't think we saw the palace. Right, and Ellendar. Alright. Oh, that was P1 on the west with no items. And Valence is gonna read the sign here on Saria. We got Reflect in Saria. That's our P1. So that mirror probably going to be required unless we've got Fire Reflect. Reflect is 100% required to be Karok or P4. So Valence going to head down here. We see the grass tile over there. And this is the heart container cave. You can tell because there's an enemy right when you walk in. 200 point red Dyra. Valen's gonna take that attack too. There you go. And Ellendar is right behind. What do we got in Heart Container Cave? that'll help us. These vanilla-like usually has a river or something. Or wait, where is this? Yeah, this is. I'm pretty sure this is vanilla-like. This doesn't look like a river canyon. Yeah, this is gonna help us explore a lot easier, especially these biomes that have kind of a river or water. And we got the grass tile. That is the water for Nibiru, so whatever the old guy has in Nibiru will now have access to. In this version, on these flags, not necessarily a spell, like in the past. The spells are mixed into the regular items, so we're going to find the spells. And that is a cave to the east. West to east. That we saw there. That is the back of Parappa Cave, and we got a hammer block cave. Valence aside. Ellendar going over here. Gonna see Reflect, and probably gonna check the mirror house in this area as well. Since we know the mirror's in Rudo, we don't have to check that. I did not see what that was. Oh, is that the any key? Okay, so that's the any key. And Valence finding magic container cave as well. Alright, now Ellendar gonna check where the trophy is, and that was the cross in the magic container cave. And let's see where this trophy is. New Kasuto. New Kasuto. So we'll need to go to New Kasuto to get the mirror, to get the trophy. The trophy will allow us to get the mirror. The mirror we then have to turn in to get Reflect. So already we've got, yes, New Kasuto has the trophy. Now that could be the wizard in New Kasuto, or it could also refer to Granny's basement or the spell tower. So if the spell tower is required and that's a fetch quest, we could have like a 3 or 4 item chain. And we've got Pillar P Bag Cave over here on Valence side, and that's Bagoo's house, that single forest tile. So it looks like we got a Bagoo check here. So Pillar P Bag for Valence. Okay, that, I guess, is that the raft? And I'm not sure what that was. I didn't see what Ellendar got. Alright, so Flute in Raru. Ellendar gonna pick that up, I would assume. Oh yeah, yeah, looks like it's a magic jar at Bagoo's house. Yeah, Ellendar has an extra magic jar, so that makes sense. And this was that P2? I think that was, yeah, that has a jar, so that's P2 with 2 items from the west. You can tell it's 2 items because there's clouds. When you walk in, there's 2 clouds. There is the raft. The raft tile. I thought that skateboard thing in the Pillar B Bag Cave was the raft, but maybe it's not. I mean, I think you would check it. Okay, yeah, that was the raft. And that is to the maze. So now we've got in the maze, we've got GP in the maze. So is Valence gonna look for these items on the maze or just head right back? Alright. Gonna check around for these items in the maze as Ellendar continues the exploration on the west. Alright, so we know where Reflect is, looking for a glove. We We know Thunder's in the east. I don't know if they both saw that hint. And we have the any key. So, you know, we're gonna start digging palaces right away, because we do have logical palace access now. Oh, and there's another cave off the maze. There's one of our caves. And that's the jump spell. As long as that's castable, which should be at Magic 2, that'll get us down stab. Great early find. I mean, especially with the end key out there, getting the jump gets you, and then you might not find Fairy, or Fairy might be buried deep in a dungeon. So at least that gives you down stab, and then you can just kind of start going at palaces if you want. As now Ellendar is getting over here to the Magic Container Cave that we saw the cross in before. Valence still looking for the second item on the maze here. Both at 223 right now. Ooh, we got a blue Liz and like one of those I forget what they're called, those lizard guys that shoot the fireballs that have very little experience but are annoying to kill. Ellendar finds the cave to the east. Ellendar gonna get the water out of the grass tile. We did see the feedback cave. So we're still on the west. We're just missing Medicine Cave, and I don't think we saw Mido. All right, we got a heart. So we got jump and a heart container on the maze. Valen's gonna head out of here. No reason to come back till the end. Yeah, we're looking for the Medicine Cave, and we're definitely looking for Mido now that you've got jump. Alright, we got a rock block cave. That could be Medicine Cave. I don't know. I guess we had seen that earlier. Right. We don't have the medicine, so we'll have to see where that is. So we'll need the medicine for the glove. But does not have jump, so... Alright, east to find the medicine. So, Thunder is east, and then the medicine for the glove is also east. So, definitely seems like east is the place to be right now. I don't think... Did Valence not go into Saria to check? Okay, so yeah, I think Valence still gotta... Here's Ragu, or whatever that sprite is. I don't think Valence did either. Alright, now Ellendar's heading east. We got some towns, we got the water tile. Alright. There's the trophy in New Kasuto. 6 containers for Granny's basement. Alright, Valence getting the flute and Raru. I mean, this is pretty... Once we get that... So we know Thunder is east. We know... Medicine for the glove is east. And we know... We just got the trophy for the mirror for Reflect, so... I mean, I think we're gonna start seeing... I would think now Ellendar at this point wants to kind of clean up the east. Probably go get the glove before you... At this point... It's so easy to get to the east. May as well finish this, get the glove, and before you even start. Darunia has a heart container. We found the map. Container in Naburu. Could go back to Granny's basement. Now with 6. And was that the child in the fountain? We got someone getting to attack 3. I mean, I definitely want to beef up a little bit before I start heading into palaces if I can. There's Thunder on the east. Right on the water tile. That'll be hard to miss. We got Darunia, has a heart container. Ellendar is gonna go get out of there. Surprised Ellendar didn't go in and just get upstab at this point. And what do we got here? I believe that's 5 because we saw it was a 5 with 2 items, and we got a 4 with no items. And then we've got a sunken cave here. In sunken. So the medicine that we need is either in Risen or the desert tile, because we know it's in east. Those are the only spots left that qualify as east. Yeah, I think the only thing that could really block them now is if it was like hammer blocked. Okay, we got a caldera. Okay, now this is interesting. Looks like we got a caldera to get to the rest of the east. That we don't have ferry for, so might have to have some skillful navigation of that if we don't find ferry. Ellendar are gonna go through this transit cave, see if there's anything on the other side. Otherwise, it's through the caldera for us. Oh yeah, Ellendar still doesn't have downstab. We do have castable thunder already, so that's good. Yeah, valence in Nabaru now. Yeah, nothing over here. Alright, Ellendar gonna up A. Get out of here. We'll see if Ellendar makes his way over to the maze, because that'll get him jump for down stab. Heart container in Darunia. Oh, right. Ellendar doesn't have jump. That's why I was like, surprised he didn't go into Darunia for upstab. He doesn't have jump. Alright, Ellendar is gonna try to go through the caldera, gonna set up encounter skips. Has the candle, but no cross. Oh, it does have the cross. Okay. So, you just gotta take your time, use thunder if you have to. Just take it slow, you've got... Alright, yeah. Better to miss the encounter skip attempt. And try again, then. Oh, I wonder if Ellendar pressed up there. No, it did not. Ellendar, I think, forgot to go back to Granny's basement. Right, now Valence getting upstab. Alright, Ellendar gonna set up another encounter skip. Ooh, you got the side spawn there. Valence is, yeah, you got the child. May as well get that heart container. You're there. Only adds probably 20 seconds if you're walking by already. Oh! Alright, Ellendar down to his last life here. Needs to take it slowly. Yeah, use thunder if you have to. Just get through here. Up at the palace. Yeah. Jump. For valence. Okay, there's a 1-up. Usually there's a 500 bag. Ooh, and that is... So we've got a segmented east, because that caldera does not go through anywhere. We got a 3-6 here in VOD with no items. And Ellendar's going in. Ooh, what was in the basement there? I missed that. Valence was checking the basement. Yeah, Ellendar gonna check the maze now, so we'll at least get jump if he gets the items here. Jump was just here to the left of GP. So that is a segmented east. Okay, so there was a cave in the maze to somewhere in the bottom left that we didn't see, and then we haven't seen the bridge as well. So one of those goes to the bridge, or the second cave goes to DM, and then the other one will be to the upper part of the east. Yeah, because because that VOD didn't have anything coming out. And, you know, Valence is going to do the natural thing. Maybe try to go through VOD. Now, Ellendar is definitely going to check this segment, this connector, because Ellendar knows that east is segmented, so... Okay, this is Death Mountain. So that means the bridge, I think, should be somewhere. Bridge is probably here in Death Mountain. That'll take us to the top of east. That's my assumption, is that it's here on Death Mountain because we haven't seen it yet. There it is. And yeah, this is the top of east. Yep, and there's Risen. So is this gonna be the medicine for the glove? Fairy, it looks like. Ellendar got Fairy out of Risen. Alright, looks like Valence is gonna do the trophy, mirror, whole exchange that we got going. Desert tile. There's our medicine for the glove. So now Ellendar can go get down stab and get the glove. And then we've got... Is this old Kasuto? Yep. Fairy spell. Okay. So there must be fire. It must have been in Risen, and it must be Fire Fairy. Yeah, that's fire. That's Fire Fairy. Okay. Alright, now I think it's time. Ellendar is gonna do the whole... Yeah, may as well do the whole trophy, mirror, reflect thing. Go get the glove, go get down stab, and then just start knocking out palaces. Not much else to do. Yeah, I don't see any item that would be useful in a... Yeah, maybe just, you know, shield spell and life spell would be useful safeties, but not, obviously not required. That's about it. Check the table, and if you've noticed that when you talk to the table and you already have the item, it says, "I cannot help you anymore," just like one of the old men, which I find funny. Just one of those things. Alright, so that should be reflect, right, for Ellendar. Reflect was in Saria. So now, I assume, going to get the glove. Now, one thing we haven't seen is much leveling. We're still at attack 2 here from Valence, and I believe Ellendar's still on attack 3, so... Alright. Horse head for Valence. Alright. Pass on that level and gonna go level up some more, or going to take the gem. I'm probably looking to level up a little bit here. So trying to get the attack level or get a double level of some sort. Alright, Ellendar's got the glove. Now it's time to start knocking out some palaces. Where's Ellendar going first? Valence is trying to... Yeah, unfortunately these enemies are draining XP, so you're losing more XP than you're getting. Ellendar, I think, is also in P1. Valence, oh no, takes a game over. So... Yeah, Valence has to go through the maze to the DM. Like, Valence doesn't know that the east is segmented. So they have to go. They're probably thinking they're just gonna go through VOD to the top of the east, but they're gonna have to go through the maze, through DM to the bridge on top of the maze. On the bridge on top of DM to get to the top of the east. Making his way through. I believe Horsehead on the top of this elevator. Alright, let's see if Ellendar tries to get some more points or just goes. Just goes. It's... You're 30 minutes in, no gems, time to start going. Alright, now Valence gonna... we've got a 3-6 here on the west as well, with no items, but items are not really important at this point. In this 3-6, I don't know if we saw window in this one or the 3-6 that was in VOD, so not sure either way which one this one is. So far linear, we took a drop, and that bottom of the elevator is one of those kind of elevator nub rooms that we've got a bunch of them now in 5.0. Check that elevator down, up. Alright, then we've got Rebo here, so this is 3. So that puts the one in VOD is 6. Alright, now Rebo taken down pretty easily by Ellendar. Gonna get a nice fat 700 from Rebo. Gonna get a double level. Gotta be feeling a lot better about your levels now. At 4-4, gonna be 4-4-5, I believe. Yes, valence is also in. Alright, so they're gonna be close in gems, but Ellendar has done the... Ellendar is in a, you know, healthy lead right now, because he's gone to the top of East and gotten the medicine with a glove, which Valence still needs to do. Now, where was this tube? It was around here somewhere. Alright, Valence gonna get attack 4 plus another level. Is this the level? Got a 2-item P2, I believe. Yep. Alright, so they both got 1 and 3 on the board. Ellendar has a glove get lead. We've got the immediate... Okay, we've got the item here. Ellendar gonna check what it is. A container or life spell. Probably not what Ellendar's looking for, but without any safeties, I think he'll take that at this point. So we got the life spell and P2. Yeah, I think you're still gonna, you know, more containers. You're not gonna keep searching past the bosses, but I think if you get to an item room, you'll take the 20 seconds to check it still. And Valence definitely would. You know, Valence doesn't have fairy or fire fairy, so Valence would definitely be ducking into item rooms looking for that. And Ellendar doesn't have jump, so Ellendar will definitely be checking items rooms as well. But we know jump is in the maze. Valence got it, but Ellendar will be checking any item rooms. I don't think Ellendar will search past bosses for items, but certainly gonna check into any item rooms that he finds. So far, this tube pretty linear. And ooh, that is at least 4 container life spell. That's a 4 or 5 container life spell, so That's nice. Alright, we're getting the item here. The second item in P2. Shield spell. Alright, so we got the safety spells. So we got the safety spells on P2. With four crystals to go at 445. I don't know, you know, how Ellendar is feeling about his levels, but it is nice to find both a powerful life spell and a shield spell here. So now, if you're worried you might be a little low on levels, certainly with those kind of safeties, you're feeling a lot better. And P2 down for Ellendar. Oh yeah, the stuff was mostly findable. The kind of only complex thing was the medicine on the top of a segmented east. The medicine required for the glove. Alright, so Ellendar is done here on the west. We got a 0 item P4 and a P5 right there. 40 minutes in, we could be, you know, depending on how these, we could be a nice little jet seed here for both of them. Depending on how these palaces shake out. Yeah, still grabbing bags at 1200. Still definitely have a chance to double level here. And I think the bosses are dropping P bags as well. I don't exactly remember. Yeah, so 200 points. So if you can get, you know, good chance at a double level with Rebo's points and the 200 point bag. So you're definitely gonna make whatever easy kills you can get on the way. Yep, queuing up Fire Fairy on a lava room, always smart. We got this is the dead end here. Going for the points. Alright, so valence into the maze. Into DM, I mean, looks like. Yeah, the bridge was on the kind of top side of DM. The valence kind of walks all around. They're gonna see the bridge pretty quickly. Bridge is always kind of the easiest one to find. It's really gonna always be on the edge of the map. Yep. Walk to the left here, you'll run right into the bridge. There's the rock. Is Valence looking for Hammer Cave? Yeah, it's just up there. Go up. Up, Valence. Alright. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There's Risen for Valence. As Ellendar is still looking for Karok. Yeah, I think down here to the left. That's what we got left here. here's Karak for Ellendar. Lead. There's the desert tile. Up A. Oh no. Just short. Oh well. Too late now. No time for this. Yeah, you'll be at... Your next level will be attack 5. And then 5, 6, 6. You know. Good enough. You got a 4 or 5 bar life spell. Like, that's gonna help you in GP with all the red jars. Time to go. Yep. Experience in this seed has been a little lacking for both of them. Yeah, Valence gonna turn in the medicine, get the glove, and there's gonna be about P4 behind. Depending on how long this P5 takes. Yeah, still definitely a chance at a double level here as well. Alright, and the item room here. Hammer. Alright, so hammer was in P5. Valence gonna... Alright, it's in... Looks like they were gonna go to the valley, but I think you want to do these first. So then do these palaces 4 and 5, and then go up to the valley, and then you can up A. I believe Valence got the fire spell. I don't know if they did a fire check yet. They'll see that they are now equipped with the fairy spell. That's a dead end for Ellendar, so where is the skooma? Fairy spell was an old Kasuto. They both got fire linked fairy, so I mean they both have the fairy spell in a sense. but neither one of them technically picked up the actual fairy spell, so I'm not sure if the tracking custom is to mark the spell if we get it via fire, but they do both have access to fairy. Not sure if Valence actually cast fire and if they know that they have fairy. Unless Guma is minimum point roll, should be able to get a double level here, which will be nice. Alright, yeah, this attack 4 is actually really decent. I would think it was like 2 hits per bar, which is pretty good for attack 4. Yep, and a nice double level. There we go, we are good on levels now. They both have down stab. Valence got up stab before in Darunia. Ellendar did not have jump or fairy, but looks like he's actually going to Darunia, which makes sense. Because Ellendar does not have jump, so you definitely want up stab if you don't. I personally think you should get upstab always, but you definitely, if you don't have jump, you want upstab, because you can't do the to do the upstab skip in some of the rooms in GP. You need both fairy and jump. So without jump, you definitely want that. Ellendar getting upstab. Has the child, so could have gone and turned it in for a little bit. For a little bit more time, could have gone and turned in the child for another heart container, but just decides to go. I like it. You got the really powerful life spell and shield. You just got a double level. You're all set. Let's go. You got nice fire fairy, which is super cheap now, so that'll help you in GP as well. Yeah, so Valence is in P5 now, so still like the one palace behind here. Valence making the same. Seeing the item, sees the hammer. You're that far, may as well grab it. Room that's glove or fairy blocked, which is why Ellendar left this P6 before. We got a left there, and a dead end there. Yep, nothing over on that side. Yep, left here for Ellendar. Just a pass-through room on Valence's side. Yeah, there's nothing here on this. let's see how far this this dragon is here for Ellendar in P6. Valence still has to finish P5 and then get to P6, so gonna be like that full dungeon behind. Nice powerful life spell demonstrated again. Fire Fairy, might as well use it. Yep, and there's Valence using their Fire Fairy as well. No. Yep. Hit that red jar. One up is nice. I'm not sure the sprite Valence is using. If somebody can fill us in, that'd be great. I'm not 100% sure what that is. Alright, looking for a blue screen. How many rooms have we seen of this P6? We're getting pretty far deep in here. Yeah, and this P5 was also deep for, Guma was deep in this as well. But yeah, Ellendar went through these same rooms. You can make that jump from the top down to the bottom if you have glove. When you download the rando, it does come with a bunch of sprites that you can use. And then a nice Guma fight from Valence, and then we got Ellendar on Barba. And it is IPS patches, so you can even, some people develop their own, and, you know, that aren't in the randomizer that they use personally. It's just IPS patch that the randomizer can apply after making the ROMs. Ellendar taking their time. Definitely want to be careful here on Barba, this deep into the palace. A nice 1,000 points for Barba, but not gonna matter. We'll see if Ellendar just burns this gem. We're gonna take the level up. Looks like he's gonna take the level up, so... So, 57 minutes, gonna be about 58 and change GP entry for Ellendar. And Valence, that was a pretty long and linear P6. We'll see if Valence can make up some time, but right now, looking to be at least, 4 or 5 minutes behind. Alright, so Ellendar, oh, even sub 58, 57, 57. I might count here. And then we got the up elevator. And we got a left and a right. Going to take the right. Queuing up Fire Fairy on any lava room. Always always a good idea. Yep, don't mess around, just cast fire. Just cast the barrier fairy and get out of here. We got the fairy room, and we got that room. What are we gonna do here? Yep, just get out of here. Take that one up, and head on over here to the right. And here's T-Bird. Alright. Ellendar gonna have to take a death here. Alright, 70 points. So Ellendar will be able to do shield. Well, that's just T-Bird. Dark Link will not be in the next room because there's a minimum 12 rooms to Dark Link in these flags, and we have not reached that yet. I want to say we're at like 6 or something. But Dark Link can be any number of rooms past T-Bird, so it could still be a while here. Or it could be like 4 or 5 rooms later. We'll see. They're taking a couple hits, but being careful. Job number 1 when fighting T-Bird is just kill T-Bird. Worry about any health or anything, but at least you got through the bird. Alright, gonna check down. Got a down and a 4-way. And then an elevator up. Ooh, and then we got that fairy block up, and then this right. Ellendar's gonna check it, and then I think probably gonna take the down and right would be my guess. No, I'm gonna take the 4-way right. There's that jar for valence that we saw Ellendar getting that one as well. Yep, that's alright. This is a dead end. So it's either the 4-way, the up and right, or that fairy block up and left. So we'll see which one Ellendar goes with here. I'm gonna take this one. I don't mind this play. Jump here. Could make some of these waffle rooms a little trickier, but does have the shield and the nice life spell, so yeah, just gonna have to kind of stab through, but take your time. Methodically go through these waffles is not too bad. Okay, this is gonna loop back to that to the top of the elevator, so it's gonna be that fairy block up left that we're gonna see coming up right here, I believe. Yeah, so in 5.0, this new setting on the... Yeah, so Ellendar knows it's this up and left here that's fairy blocked. The palaces are laid out logically with these flags so that basically if you go up and right, or if you go right then up, you're gonna end up in the same spot, which was not the case in the reconstructed. Oh no, you can't ferry there. Yeah, I gotta take a death. Probably just wanna shield through here. Valence. Yeah, this 6 was quite long and linear. So unless, I mean, Ellendar is down to his last life, and we've got the, yeah. Oh no, that is the jump block. Ellendar does not have jump. Okay, so that's really gonna bring... Oh no. Because jump was in the maze, right next to GP. So where is Ellendar gonna look here? I didn't recognize that room at first. I mean, if he looks at his tracker, maybe he'll see 2 items in the maze. Oh, he's going to the... Okay, going to New Kasuto. Alright, gonna check the basement. Yeah, so alright, so that was Bagu's letter. If Ellendar can still be in the lead here, if he checks the maze next. And the valence is, and like, I mean, I'm gonna think that valence is still gonna navigate. Oh, this is Medicine Cave, which we never saw. Let me get back to my thing. I think, I mean, I would think, I don't know if Ellendar, did Ellendar find either of the maze items? Alright. It's kind of, you know, I've been in these situations where you're almost at the end and, you know, an item you didn't know was going to be required is required. It's going to check the maze items out. All he needs to do, go to the left, that little hallway right there. Go to the left. No, the first left. Alright, looks like... Just go around. Just up there to the left. Alright, so Valence finds their way to T-Bird. Yeah, this is where, like, you're not gonna remember what you did. Up! Just go up! No, you went up here. Pretty sure you went up here. It's just in this hallway, this, like, corridor that's south of it. Now, Valence is going to fight T-Bird, get the pendulum going. No, it's just south of where, right south in that little hallway there is where you want to be. Valence takes death to T-Bird. up to the right, up there. Yes, there you go. All right, now this is gonna be a relief for Ellendar, but you're gonna be like super panicky. You know, I've been in these situations before. Oh no, and up A's, but was right next to GP. Yeah, that's kind of the race panic setting in. You know, Ellendar could still be okay because he knows the way to go. Valence is still gonna take those rights that Ellendar did before. Valence having trouble here with T-Bird. Yeah, Valence might be 665. You know, life 5 is never that strong, even with shield. Yeah, and you know, and Valence is on their last life here. Yeah, so Ellendar still, I mean, unless Valence takes like a gamble on that first like fairy block left. Alright, Valence is through T-Bird, but is on the last life. And they're almost in the same room. Yeah, Valence gonna take check the elevators. Ellendar knows exactly to go to this up left. Yeah, Valence not gonna take that. You're not gonna take like that fairy block up left naturally. Takes the 4-way. Yeah, Ellendar remembers to shield up on this one that there was a spicy chicken that you don't want to deal with. Yeah, so Ellendar is definitely still in the lead here now, but more lives and knows this way to go, and Valence is kind of routing the logical way. Take the rights. Yep. Not messing around, just casting fire. So is Dark Link gonna be in the next room after this jump block? And we get a bird. There's a 50-50 right in that, in the blocks in that jump block room. Okay, so not an immediate Dark Link, but we are gonna start to run out of rooms here. Yep, and it was 2 rooms past the jump block room. 2 rooms past jump block. So, not 1, but 2. So, this is going to... Let's see if once Ellendar wraps this up. Dark Mage being a little spicy here, but get your GGs in chat for your winner today, Ellendar forcing a game 3. I'm not even sure we said that Valence was up 1-0, so this Ellendar is able to force a game 3 with a race time of 1:13.05. So GG's for Ellendar. See if we can get the stats here. 10 minutes in GP. That's what happens when you have to basically traverse GP twice for a jump block. see if we're going to get Ellendar in the race room. Let's bring them down. And we welcome in our race winner, Ellendar. GG's, Ellendar.
GG's.
So, what are you thinking?
So that room in GP is there
Oh, yes.
by
And
accident.
we welcome in our
Someone had
race
submitted
winner,
it and we
Ellendar.
tested it,
GG's,
and I had intended to disable that room prior to going live.
So,
and
oh
then
boy, here we go. What are you thinking?
Forgot. So that room, and obviously
Sure.
you can't change it once people there
Oh, yes.
by accident. Mess with it. Someone had submitted it and we tested it. I don't want to change anything. I had intended to disable that room breaking prior to going during the tournament.
Right.
And then,
But
I didn't know that room existed. I forgot, and obviously I can't change it once people start practicing. There's like one left at the beginning. Mess with it, and then finding that room and being like, there were profanities uttered. I'll put it that way. But I felt the rest of the scene. I felt pretty good about. Like I got good hits early. I like that glove pin. So I was like, the only thing that was dumb, I think it was the right call. I thought the east was a volcano at first.
Oh, it was. It was just a segmented volcano.
Was
going up?
I wasn't actually sure if that was segmented or just like a weird vanilla like it could have been.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a volcano, like a segmented volcano. Like you did the exact right thing to go up through the volcano to get to the other side of east to get the medicine, except it was blocked. Like, yeah. That was a one-sided or a segmented volcano.
Yeah, with the glove just being in the east, I really didn't want to do palaces without the glove. But when I saw that I couldn't get through Valley of Death, I was like, oh, at least I'll do the palace along here, right? I won't have to double dip. And then immediately there was a glove block. I mean, you gotta be kidding me.
Okay, and we've got Valence takes a game over on Dark Link, and looks like they're going to DNF, so we'll see if we get them in here as well.
But yeah, there weren't too many places left for jump to be.
Yes.
I didn't do either of the two locations in DM. That was going to be where I went next. There was that item in 5, like up the elevator, that I was just like, I don't need items. I'm not going to get that.
And we welcome in our race runner-up, Valence, GG.
GG's.
Hey, GG's. We had to get a game 3, right? That was the important part.
So, Valence, you didn't experience this because Valence found jump really early in the maze, like in the first path through. Ellendar did not find jump and was 4 or 5 minutes ahead at least, and then ran into the jump block in GP 2 rooms ahead of Darkwing. And then had a panicked jump search, I would say. And then so you were out of the T-Bird room, ahead, but Ellendar had taken all those rights past T-Bird and knew that it was that up left. And, I said, like, unless you went to that up left first, Ellendar was going to get ahead, and that's ultimately what happened.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't go up in that left. Probably just wanted to save mana. Like, okay, I'll check that out at all the other spots.
Yeah, once you're past T-Bird, you're going to take the rights because, Dark Link could literally be almost,
any
right
right
at the beginning.
Any elevator.
Any right could be like right there. So the last thing you want to do is take a left and, one room to the right is Dark Link. So, it's pretty logical to take those rights first and then take that up left when you've exhausted all the rights at that point. Yeah, so Ellendar kind of had the lead there because he was the first one to get to the top of East. Or Ellendar figured out that the East was segmented so that you had to go through DM to get to the other side of the East to get the medicine for the glove. So had done that kind of a little earlier. And then was about 1 palace ahead, I think. When Ellendar finished 6 to head into GP, you were finishing 5 to go into 6. And then
6 was really long and linear. It was very frustrating.
Yes. Yep. That's kind of like, and 5 was kind of long too. So they were all just kind of long and linear. So it's like, not really a chance to catch up because, there wasn't like, oh, if you take this way, you're going to get to Barba quick. Nope. It was just a long linear, which we've seen a lot of in this palace style. We're getting a lot of those kind of long linear paths with just like a room or two off it, but mostly linear.
I mean, I was just glad because like as I was going through 6, there was like, I think there was maybe 1 or 2 little paths at the beginning that I didn't check. And I'm like, all right, this has to be it because it's going on for so long. But if it's not and it dead ends, I'm gonna be very sad. And it just kept going. I'm like, this has to be where Barbara is. There's no way this is just a dead end. And I'm glad it wasn't.
Yeah, I took probably the same path. Like, and I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You both took the same.
Those ways in the beginning. It's like, oh man, it's like 5 minutes.
There's these 2 little ways. There's like an elevator, one right and then a left, and then or something. And I just went this way, and it just kept going. It's like, oh please, be correct.
All right, so the series is tied at 1 apiece. Got a game 3 to decide who gets to go to the finals here, the NIT. Any thoughts on game 3, or just final thoughts on this race, or anything else?
Yeah, it should be a good one regardless. We gotta figure out a time. I'm not free tomorrow, but we'll figure something out.
I'm not free tomorrow either. That's perfect.
Yeah. So no race tomorrow. We'll
tomorrow.
Figure it out and announce it.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I played other than Thunderbird. I hated my T-Bird. Other than that, I think I played kind of well. I knew I screwed up the routing on East. Like I should have checked that cave in Maze Island because there was only a couple things in that segment of the East to even find. I think it was just desert tile and something else. But
desert tile and Risen were on like that top segment.
Yeah.
But the palaces were all on like the easier to find.
Yeah, everything else was. So if I just would have just poked my head in there and just done that real quick while I was there instead of finishing Maze Island and then going to the east or whatever I did, I would have had the glove early. But I figured that probably went to DM, and I didn't want to go there because I didn't have anything for DM.
I think there was like one of those
at that time.
Trap tiles was right in front of it, so you see it, you're like, oh, that's DM. I'm not gonna poke in DM anyway. So you turn around. Yeah. I think you both did that first time through Maze Island. You saw that cave down there. You got the trap,
but then when I checked east, and there was like nothing going over to the west side of east, I'm like, oh, okay. Raft has to go to DM, and that cave is probably the other side to east. And that was that.
Yeah, the cave went to DM, and the bridge was in DM. Yep.
Yeah, thanks for the restream and all that. Really appreciate it, especially this late.
Yeah, thanks to ZSR for get us on, and Bacon for restreaming, and Alan for tracking. So if that's all, I think we're gonna head on over to Bacon's gonna send us out of here.
Alrighty, perfect. Thank you guys again for watching and appreciating everything. Of course, thank you again to our runners, Valence and Ellendar. Looking forward to that game 3 with them. And our lovely commentator, Tabby, for commentating, and the Alan Heffley for tracking. With that, we're going to just head out of here, so thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye!